welcome to our final weekly mailing of the Lent term. A slightly longer couple of messages this week, some important things to share with you. But I thought I would just start with a theme that we shared in the Headmaster's Assembly on Wednesday, as I really encourage the pupils to just reflect back on the Lent term. Lent is a time of preparation. That's how it sits in the Christian calendar, and I think the Lent term often feels that it is a term of preparation, not only for next term and for exams and things, but also it's a chance to really embed some of the lessons that we're looking to learn for life. And I asked the pupils to consider some questions which may be helpful for you to pick up at home too. To take a moment to think about the things that they enjoyed and to ask the question, well, what is it about that activity that they enjoyed? Why did they enjoy doing that particular thing? I asked them to think a little bit about an activity or a subject that they particularly have done well in, and to consider what were the things that made it go well and what were the conditions behind that particular thing. We asked a little bit about areas that may need to be improved and what the first step might need to be, not the end goal, but that first step that might take people on that particular journey. And we thought a little bit about some of the things connected in with our own particular values. So what were the times when we could have done with a bit more courage? When were the times when we did something that was kind and loving for somebody else? And then finally, what are the things that actually make us unique as people? And I was really keen to emphasise to all the pupils in the room, there must have been 500 or so in the room at the time, that no single person in that room was the same as anybody else. And they should recognise the unique experiences, values, characters, skills, everything that they have about them and how different that makes them. One of the things I'm going to be sharing with you today is our inspection report. So every 3 years now, we have an inspection from the Independent School Inspectorate, and they inspect on behalf of Ofsted, who are the government inspection team in the UK here. And the report is going to share a number of things, but I'd like to just add some things that are not within the report. The report itself is fairly dry, and it includes references to everything that we've had shared, but there were some things in the verbal feedback which I think add additional colour. The first thing is to say that it was a successful inspection for us. We completed all of our compliance checks, of which there are thousands of things that have to be done by the team here. And I'd like to really pay credit and tributes to the estates team and to the HR team, to the boarding teams and the health teams, as they really make sure that we are fully compliant in our basic provision and that we are a safe place to be. And it is great to have that hurdle cleared so very, very clearly. But they also look at our education, and they've commented on the pupils that they met and how much they really enjoyed spending time with them, and they spent a lot of time talking to pupils during their visit. They commented on our wide-ranging curriculum, something which we've sought to adapt and increase over the years. The knowledge and expertise of the teachers, and they were really struck by the professionalism of the people that they met. The engagement of our middle leaders, particularly around pedagogy, so to talk about strategies of teaching and learning and how we can improve that. The importance and the value that the houses play within Dean Close, and the increased relevance of the chaplaincy team to the wider school community. So our compliance has got a big tick, and our educational offering has been really noticed as being not only successful in itself, but also producing great outcomes for the pupils. There was a recommendation, and the recommendation is one that I agree with. It comments on how they've encountered a bit of a theme where small groups of pupils are making unkind comments and just unthoughtful comments around other pupils, and that's making life difficult for some. And I do see that in our school, and it's something which we do need to tackle. So I welcome that recommendation. It's not easy for me to take as the head, but it's important that we start to approach that and deal with that. And we've already started the conversations, as you can imagine, about how we're going to seek to change that culture over the next 12, 18 months or so. The final thing just to share with you today is that we're going to be trying a different set of timings next year on a Friday. So on a Friday at the moment, chapel finishes between around about 5:10, 5:15, which is slightly later than we'd like it to be on that particular day. So we're going to be adjusting our process a little bit, doing chapel straight after lunch, followed by 2 lessons, with everything finishing by 4:35, which creates a nice gap for maybe activities, maybe some extra revision work or subject clinics, or maybe just a bit of space and a chance to get ahead of the traffic for those who are commuting home. That's a small change for next term. We're going to be trialling that and seeing if that works. That'll be a 4:35 finish. I've got the good fortune of being able to go on a New York trip with the history and RS departments in the next few days. But whatever you're doing this Easter, I hope it's good revision, good rest, and a really good break as we look ahead to our big Trinity term finish. Have a very good holiday.